What was I gonna listen to? There's something I wanted to hear. Where the fuck is it? Put this shit out here. Drop this down here. Put it over here. Put this over that way. Hey, what's up, Karma? It's a fall, mate. Oh yeah, where is it? Oh, there's so much shit. Holy fuck. There we go. Oh, I think it's my controller that does that. I'm like, that does that. I'm like, oh yeah. I usually forget to turn my controller on time in the game. I'm like, hey, I remembered for once. Hey, what's up, MLT? How you doing? I haven't been able to see. What's the Steelers' record? How the Steelers doing? Is Aaron Rodgers playing as old as he looks? Doesn't even like look that old, to be fair, for like an average human being. But you know what I mean, on the football field. 5-4, you're right on pace. 10-7, you said, right? Or 9-8, yeah, either or. Yeah, 9-8's actually closer. Yep. I'm sorry. That is funny though, just because you didn't say exactly how it goes. But it is funny. Is it better to not have too much expectations, or is it better to have expectations and still be first round exit? I was like the Lions last year. A lot of people, the people that didn't actually watch the games, set expectations, and they're like 15-2. The people that watched the games were like, "Oh my god, we're so injured. We're barely winning these games. That we should be like obliterating people in." There were so many injuries last year. Now the Pistons are injured, and same thing. This is a long season. Pistons are 9-2, but they have like 8 players either out or doubtable today. Doubtable. Doubtful. Doubtable. I think the Lions play Philly next. The Lions don't play Pittsburgh, do they? Packers already played Pittsburgh. The Packers won that one, right? Was that the one game Jordan Love played like an MVP? The games he plays like garbage. And then he has another game out of nowhere, and it's like... I am not a Jordan Love fan, though. I like the Packers. But well, I don't know anything about Jordan Love off the field. You know what I'm talking about. I know absolutely nothing about Jordan Love in real life. But that's just the problem. I saw. Wait, I'll show you something. I saw something, and it was from a Packers fan, and in that yeah, here we go. Look at this. Oops. Here we go. Jordan Love, every drop back. Aaron Rodgers, throw an awesome TD. Brett Favre, throw the dumbest interception. I was like, this is my problem with Jordan Love. He's just inconsistent. And he doesn't have like a, this is his weakness. It's like, no, it's just like sometimes he plays like a fucking goat and other times he plays like, what in the fuck were you thinking? Oh, that was when I was watching that Steelers game actually. Because this one was right there too. Wearing street signs. It was in the NFC North Trash Talk group on Facebook. Dude, that group is hilarious. There are some serious trolls in that group though, but I think they're funny. Like I remember somebody was in here before and we were talking about the group. I'm like there's one guy that's a Vikings fan that posts like an overwhelming amount of times. I was like, I think it's funny because I'm like, how does this guy have time to Photoshop every single one? But a lot of people just immediately like block those posts. What's up, Fade? It's Wraith and the Dark Lord. That's an interesting combo. For a user not found. Does that air still happen? I was like, I remember those back in the day. Has to still happen, but is it still air 404? They changed it. What's air 420? Dang. Read the palette. Work on Loopin. She's full health. Nice. I heard somebody use a heal thing. And I was like, hey, I have a heal thing too. That's close enough. So yeah, literally, you don't want to unhook in front of the killer, but she was going to go into second phase. It was going to teleport her across the map in half a second. Or I was going to not unhook her and she just gets left unhooked. A lot of times it thinks it's saving them when it teleports them across the map, but someone's about to get there. And all of a sudden they're in the middle of nowhere with 3 seconds left on the timer. I was just playing Survivor. The most laid-back PvP game I've ever played. Damn it, I still haven't watched Last of Mohicans. I haven't had time to watch movies. I've been editing every time I... But I can't really watch like a new movie when you're editing. You can edit during sports though. So I had more time to be able to finish that Loopin guide. Speaking of which, next guy was going to be a nurse one, right? Ah, oh, fuck. I'm missing 3 of the maps. Big sad. No, I'm not related to Seth Green. Yeah, the God windows aren't on the 1v4 anymore, but they're in the 2v8, so I guess my clips won't go to complete waste. Because you wouldn't always get the God windows anyway. The way Mother's Dwelling worked before was... Actually, I forget. Was you always get a window underneath the generator, and it was a 50% chance whether it was on one side or the other, just like we got over there. And then if you got a God window, it was another 50% chance, right? And if you did, it would always be diagonal. He's like, he is the one that is on the hookest death. Yeah, Toba Nostramo. Dirty Yams, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. That's the thing. Shit is super laid back and easy once you like know the circles. That's why I like it. Like I could literally always play Survivor. But I would have gotten bored. It's just greeting pallets is so much fun. Like trying to figure out where you can greet, like trying to connect pallets you should not be able to connect to something else. Just for that one time every now and then where he actually does respect it enough for you to get there. It's so much fun. Because it'll take regular loops and turn them into like always a game where you don't know how it's going to go. By just reading the palette. See, like right this, they're going to get left unhooked because it just moved them across the map. And we don't know where they just went. Yo, my God, somebody got her. That is fucking awesome. Holy shit. There's 3 dashes. I don't know if they're going to make it. Oh, goddammit. Good shit. Can we make this? Yay. Here come the Wraitherino. Damn it. Good shit. I was worried about the dashes. Should have listened for the growl, I suppose. The juice. Humping main. You can do this even on the warm-up game. I don't even know. This is like one of those times where it's like, can't even tell if good or warm up or not because I was just humping main. You know? First chance I get at like a pat like this, first thing I do might be stub my toe like that and be like, fuck! You know? This is how easy looping it. Remember I was saying how it's laid back when you know which circles to run in? Just like that. Be stoned as fuck on the warm-up game, humping main. Survivor is that easy and fun. That's why I like to make those guides. I'm like, anyone can do this shit. It's a lot of fun. Damn. Holy lag. Yay! Take as much time as I can, because here came the other killer too, just in case. Try to give the other teammates as much time as possible. Because everybody's safe, you're just wasting your own time by not leaving. I don't know why survivors do that shit. They, like, wait on the other side of the map as the last survivor for the here comes the killer, and it's just like, you're literally just wasting your own time. But if another teammate can benefit off it, and they're not out yet, you're like, alright, I'm trying to give them as much time as possible. Hey, what's up, Sybil? You can play again if you want. It's open lobbies. Anybody can play. We usually have like a queue thingy open, but an open lobbies on 2v8 doesn't ever matter. Hey, I have enough to spend on another killer. Get them another prestige level. It's one of the reasons I'm loving Survivor 2. All these fucking blood points is amazing. Oh, shit. There we go. Good sign. Not in the mood for it, though. Yeah. Let's keep it metal, I suppose. Oh, that wasn't even metal. I went from Opeth to the only Lamb of God song that I actually kind of like. But I think it's the Guitar Hero 2 in me. I just don't like vocals in a lot of death metal. Even this, I'm like, on the vocals. But I like the riffs in the song. The riffs are awesome. Alright, that's all I gotta need to do. Another jumpsuit, Jake. Are you cute for killer? I wonder what percentage of the people in the 2v8 are cute as play while you wait. That would be funny if it became like an exclusively killer playlist in that way. And then it's like the way more chill mode just for that reason, because it's all killers. That'd be hilarious. I hadn't thought about that till right now. Like, that's why it's such a chill playlist. It's all killers. Although Jen's still be flying sometimes, though. Yeah, I love the riffs. The vocals, I'm like, eh. But those riffs are awesome. I remember playing this on Guitar Hero 2. I think I have it on Clone Hero as well. But this is the band everybody always wants me to get into when I say I like Opeth the most. But it is the vocals. I'm like, eh. Those fucking riffs are awesome, though. I'm kind of the same with Slayer. Slayer's like a staple in metal, but I'm like, eh. They're awesome, but every single Slayer song has parts of the song where I'm like, I don't like this part. And same with Slayer with the vocals, too. I'm not a huge fan of the vocals, except for every now and then it sounds awesome. Like in Raining Blood, everyone loves Raining Blood. I'm like, even the vocals of Raining Blood, I'm like, eh. But the one part where he actually says raining blood from a lacerated sky, bleeding its horror. The way I'm like, okay, this sounds awesome. It's like the only part of the song vocal-wise where I actually like in Raining Blood. That part's awesome. So, well, I have my bear skin. Oh, shit. Am I getting double teamed here? I am. Shit. Whoops. I want the bear skin. I need to watch True Grit. I keep saying this, but I just haven't had time to watch movies. That movie's great. I have not seen the original, though. I've only seen the Coen Brothers one with Jeff Daniels. He's not even the one that says that line. I have my bear skin. That's like some random guy they come across. I don't know how the Coen Brothers do that. They find like the most random people for the most random part in their movies that they don't even look like actors, but they are. Obviously. That's how natural it is, but it's just like, and there are always people you've like never seen before. Like even in No Country for Old Men. That one woman that what's his name comes across. Anton Chigurh comes across. He's like, I'm looking for Llewellyn. And she's like, did you go to his trailer? And he's like, yes, I did. And he's like, well, I'd say he's not around. Do you want to leave a message? And he's like, where does he work? Or she says, I think he must be at work. You want to leave a message? He's like, where does he work? And he's like, I can't say. And he just stares her down. Where does he work? She's like, sir, I'm not at liberty to give out, you know. And then he says it again. Where does he work? And she's like, did you not hear me? I'm not giving out information. And he's like the only person, she's like the only person in the whole movie where he like doesn't even think about flipping the coin on or like killing. He literally just like stares her down like, damn, and like gets out. But everyone points out how she fits all his things because he isn't like people like making small talk or wasting time, and she didn't in any of her answers. She wasn't weak and like immediately give up information. She stood her ground. So he had no reason to do anything to her. He was just like, stared her down, kind of like baffled, and left. Oh, damn it. Oh, the pellet. Damn it. Wasn't close enough. I would have seen the pellet. I forgot these are like new things here. Is that what his thing says? The ultimate bioweapon? It's still funny because it doesn't even look like horror, really. But it's really just the cats that make it now look like horror. Gotta play like a pussy I do now. I'm the only one on Death Hook. So play like a pussy, I will. Until Jen gets kicked in my general direction. Hey, I got a rift. What was the sound of that? Wasn't it a rift? This is for the good of the team. I hate doing this. I got myself put on Death Hook bright and early. I want to search chest at least. Oh, fuck. Nope. Most hiding corner. Damn it. The Lawn Star. Thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. You're getting Jen's did. I have to play like a pussy until at least somebody else is on Death Hook. Because if I go down. But I'm doing nothing here either. That's the thing. This is where I struggle to find like an in-between. You know what I mean? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the killer to me and pointing me out when I'm on death hook. Like, bruh. Was the lyric on the song "See Who Gives a Fuck"? Turn this shit up, then. The perfect fucking lyrics. That's fucking hilarious. See who gives a fuck. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. This is the band everyone tries to get me in. Is that what I said? We'll be safe here? Yeah, I didn't expect a teammate to literally run up to me and point at me behind the rock. Like, holy shit. Teammates literally are bigger killers than the actual people. The actual killers. I was literally even facing a corner for a reason. I was playing it on the safe side. I was like, just in case they have my stream up. It was worse. I had a teammate come and point me out. So if you ever see me playing like that, by the way, that's why I'm doing that. Why I'm sitting behind something and staring at the wall. Because if you stare at the wall, they can't tell where you are. Hey, what's up, Polly? How you doing, mate? We're doing open lobbies right now, actually, if anybody wants to join. I'm assuming you're playing DBD, but they say, you know what they say about when you assume. I was just about to ask if you were playing 1v4 or 2v8. But he might be doing the post-stream dance of, like, I have to go to the bathroom. That's always what I was to do. The first thing I do when I raid out is like, oh my god, I have to pee. Yeah, the 2v8, it's like the most laid back. Bro, read my chat. I am reading chat. You were pointing at me like why I was in the corner? Bro, why did you think I was in the... Oh my god. This is bait. You gotta be baiting. Fuck, I keep forgetting this door ain't open yet. I'm not making it anywhere this time. Please. Oh my goodness. Woo! Let's go. Oh my god, faceplant. Let's go. Damn it. Yeah, dude, I was hiding in the corner for a reason. You brought the killer up to me and pointed at me behind the rock. What else am I supposed to assume? But, like, who gives a shit? Exactly what the song said. See who gives a fuck. But that I got found. I was getting. I don't want to say I was getting told in the 2v8, but that is what I was thinking. Because I was in shack and here comes the killer out of nowhere. After I was getting meleeed the very first time I got hooked, they were hitting me. So I was like, all right. And then I was at shack. Here comes the killer. So I was literally hiding in the corner of the map, facing the wall. So no matter what, even if they had my stream up, they wouldn't see anything. And here comes the teammate to point at the rock I'm hiding behind. Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand. What else was I supposed to assume? Like, you even... Oh, never mind. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Which is... My God. God damn it. Ooh. We got the strong setup, though. He hasn't broken the door yet. We should have been there earlier. Break the door open. Damn, he's not breaking the door open? Do I make it from this angle? Damn, he's in tier 3 already. I didn't realize that. I should have juked before that. No, I haven't made the Yamaoka tutorial yet. The survivor that pointed at me behind the rock was telling me that he wasn't ratting, and then he started yelling at me for not reading my chat, and then he came over to Twitch to yell at me for not reading my chat. So I had to explain to him that, well, number one, I was in another game. And number two, I said I didn't know what else I was supposed to assume when all that happened. But we're done talking about that, though, because it was all dumbass shit anyway. It's a fucking video game. That's why I thought the song was hilarious. The song's telling me to see who gives a fuck. Yep. Damn it. I wanted to. That would have been sick. I gotta juke it before getting to here. Damn it! I should have just juked it. But I wanted him to break the door and then I was gonna run back the other way. I mean, the VOD's up. You can always just watch the VOD. You know? Couldn't catch a break in this one either. From the very beginning of the game, we got 2v1. And then we got chased after being... Well, the last one, at least, we could have been on a gen. The last one was by our choice. I still don't even feel like I've played a single warm-up game yet. Like, actual game where I haven't done something that I wouldn't do on a warm-up game. And it's still play Jumpsuit Jake on game number 4 now. I'm gonna get this tea out. It is still open lobbies if anyone wants to play. Maybe I should do the exclamation join thing still. Just in case, so it like reminds me, because something else pops up when that happens. And pin this one too. I did open the thing. Yeah, it's probably still opening. All right, we got to get Tundra on the next one. Here we go. It's not going to get Tundra on the list, so I do have to remember that. Yeah, having my title though as well. I feel like if there's not like a thing explaining how to get into it, I feel like it's too much of like, what the fuck? Is there even open lobbies? You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. We got a good Tundra in though. We do pretty good. Kind of complaints. Yeah, it pisses game at night. I don't even know how... I don't know how they won that last game. They were down like 6 rotation players. People kept saying 7. I was like, who's the 7? Hey, let's go over here. Or just get lucky as fuck and win a few mind games. Oh, he left. I didn't want to loop Shack. I really don't like looping Shack. You know when like the availability is too much? And Shack's on like almost every map in the game. So every time it's Shack, it's like, oh, here's Shack. They're gonna try to find something else we can loot. Like, read this pallet here. That'd be awesome. Ah. Oh, God! I'm running towards Billy. Damn it. What's up, Corey? Six, 7, what's that? Yes, I know what it is. I just think it's funny to ask what's that and people can't even explain it. It's my way of being a smartass. My nephews are too young for that. I am lucky. They're 6 and 4. Because you get a lot of, you know, it's this thing, and I'm like, what? Everything's a thing. What is this thing? Once again, it's another chance to be petty, so I kind of like it a little bit. Personally. At work, I just act like I'm already, because I work at a dispensary, and I just act like I'm stoned, and I haven't heard of it before. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. It's funny when they get, every now and then they get it, they're like, you're just being a dick, and I'm like, they're sitting there trying to explain to me what 6'7" is. You get away with a lot with sarcasm. Oh shit. Oh, they're counting to 10. There you go. There's an actual way. I heard teachers have had like a dickens of a time right now. I gotta ask my dad about that. I wonder how many times in his class kids have like chuckled or any time he's had to say 6'7" or something like that. My dad's a math teacher. That's why I was like, how do you avoid it? Or do you just do the same shit I would do? My dad's not a smart ass though. I mean, he's smart as fuck, but he's not a smart ass, you know what I mean? My mom's the smart ass. Maybe she'll take him this way. Take me, there's nothing here. Double hit. They should have gotten double hit. You make it to the car? I don't think so. Hey, we make it to the pallet though, I believe. Let's go. I love taking both on. When I published the 10-hour Nostromo guide, it was like a new season releasing for my favorite show. That's awesome. I was like, in a way, I'm like, that's one of the kindest things someone said to me. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh. Here's my running vault. I'm like, here I am. Here I am, riding my heart onto these roofs. There's a bleeding my heart onto these rooftops. I wasn't like too much into emo music, but that was one of the few songs where I was like, I make fun of it every now and then, but that's nostalgia right there. I didn't even like anything else by that band. Story of the Year, I think it was. I think it was Story of the Year. What's up, Goblin? How you doing, mate? Yeah, I think so. I'm not trying to be like an entertainer. I'm just like hanging out and playing games. I do kind of worry about that and the stark contrast between like the walkthrough part of the guides and then like cutting into the stream, because that's where we take all the clips from. I just save all the Survivor games. I highlight them on Twitch once the stream is done, and then I download them before getting into bed. Oh. I'm fucked. Oh, pallet. I need to greet it. Yeah. Oh, there's two. Damn. I love greeting long wall pallet. That's one of my favorite pallets to greet in the game. Wow. Tried to say like 4 things at once. The long wall is like the strongest gym though, because of the super long wall window. That's why it's called the long wall, but you can always connect that like into anything that's close by. It's pretty awesome. But it's even funnier that you can greed the strong pallet and still make it to the window. It's a lot harder to do that with a short wall. Alright, I don't think I need to play Jumpsuit Jake anymore, though. That's the good news. The funny thing is, I'm like, hey, I can play whatever Survivor, and then fucking 2v8. Play Steve. We were talking about... I always sound like comparing myself to Mozart. I'm not comparing myself to Mozart. That's just my favorite movie. But there's a part of the movie where he's trying to explain why his opera should be okay, and I'm like, that's the difference. Is like I'm a vulgar man, but I promise you, the work is not. Well, that's what I feel like, but that's what I get a little worried about. I'll go on from like explaining something to the first thing being like, fucking shit, what the fuck is that? And being dumb as fuck, you know, or screaming, acting a fool. I was screaming too much. I had to calm down. It was starting to hurt my voice. I had to calm down. I mean, I was fine, but at the same time, there's definitely times where I wanna, you know, like when you vault the running vault on the small boat on Pale Rose. That's like the first thing that comes to mind. That's like the hardest running vault in the whole game. Is that Civilius? Hey, Dirty Hams. Hey, what Survivor do you want me to play? You can join game too, obviously, if you want, but what Survivor do you want me to play? It's perfect time. I have all the Survivors in the game too, see if you want me to play like, what's the new one? Was it Walking Dead? Was it? No, it wasn't.
New place.
Oh, it's Trevor. This one. I can play like any of the random survivors.
In the struggle against evil.
This is funny because 2 of them came out and I was like, God damn it. Then I got some extra points though. But really 1,000 of these are for the next rift, so really I have 927. I'm gonna probably get some more around Christmas time if there's Christmas skins that come out that I like. Good song. Not in the mood for it though. Hey, good old dubstep. This is some old dubstep. This is one of the few dubstep songs I knew that actually developed from start to finish. Pretty much the only dubstep songs I have on here are ones that develop from start to finish. Yeah, the fucking sub bass in this one too. It's like doing this beat at the end of the song, but there's so much sub bass. It's like bang, 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 bang. Pistons are 9-2 and are first in the Eastern Conference. Somehow. 1 second. I gotta show you something. Fucking hilarious. I told you, I've been believing in these boys. Because people were like, we need to make off-season moves. And for years, I've been like, no, this is a good core. So this is like the biggest payoff of my sports life so far. It's my favorite team as well. But when everyone's like, they lost 28 in a row, we need to blow the team up. And I'm like, no, they're just too young. And injured. They're injured right now. This is what's nuts about this shit. Look at this fucking shit. It's nuts. Look at their injuries. All right, Cade and Jalen are day-to-day because of, like, that overtime game. But, Karras is back. That's good. But Isaiah Stewart was starting power forward and backup center. Sar Thompson is starting small forward. Tobias Harris is starting power forward. Sasser... Jaden Ivey is starting shooting guard, but he's been out, and Sasser is backup shooting guard as well, and he's been out since the beginning of the season. Both of these two have, and these 3 got hurt like within 2 games of each other. And then Karis LeVert also did. Karis LeVert didn't play that last game either, and they still won. It was fucking crazy. They won against the worst team in the league, but they won without 6 fucking players, 3 of which were starters, and 1 of which was starting and is backup center, but he was starting for Tobias Harris, who's a power forward. It was fucking nuts. And they're still winning. You know, every time I think about it, I think about that Terrell Owens meme, and I'm like, that's my team. I mean, he's like, that's my quarterback. That's what I feel like every time I think about this team. I'm like, that's my team. They were... what were they? 2-29? That's how bad they were. A few years ago. When they were all super young. Jalen Duren, that was 2 years ago. When Jalen Duren was not even a rookie. That was his 2nd year. Jalen Duren is in his... When I say they were young, Jalen Duren is in his 4th year right now, playing fucking amazing. But he's the center. I have his jersey too. I have 4 current Pistons jerseys, actually. Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, and Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart. That's my favorite. He's my favorite player on my favorite team. I love Beef Stew. I loved him before I even knew him. When they were telling me that, like, we got a new Pistons player and they call him Beef Stew, and I'm like, before I even knew why, and I didn't know what his name was or anything, I'm like, they call him Beef Stew? Like, I'm like, this sounds fucking hilarious. Why? Because I just like good sports nicknames. That's hilarious. They call him Beef. Or Stew for short. One or the other. But I kind of want to start a thing. I wish where, like, whenever he was guarding somebody, because he's like defensive player of the year type caliber. He's like the best rim protector in the league despite being a 6'8" backup center, essentially. But he plays like almost starting minutes. He can't play starting minutes, and it's literally not because of his performance. Because we would love for him to play starting minutes. It's just like the way he plays, he would run out of gas. Because he's so much energy. He plays like 20 plus minutes a game, but he'd run out of gas if he was playing like 30. Which is what you need from starters. But he's like the most unselfish player in the whole league. And plays the best defense. It's fucking love beef. Love me some beef. But when he's defending somebody, you know how they like at arenas they like chant people's names and shit. They used to do that for Rasheed Wallace when he had the ball and he was posting someone up. Everyone would be like, "Sheed." So you'd like hear that from the audience. I was like, we should do that for beef or stew. Either or works. Stew. Other people do that too when they have a player whose name sounds like ooh. They'll just be saying that. Every now and then the announcer has to clarify if you're. He does that for like it because there's always going to be new sports fans. You know what I mean? He does that to clarify. Oh, let me go this way then. He does that to clarify if he was like they're not booing, they're saying stew. This is a hometown beloved player. You know, like stuff like that. It is funny. Oh, I did it too early, bro. That sucks. Skill issue. That is literally a hard skill issue. From Detroit, let's go. Are they like do you pay attention to them like low key as a side team? I don't low key for the Packers, but every now and then I'm low key paying attention to teams just because I like the team. Especially when your team is really bad. That's still your team, and you're still your number one. That's your team you root for the most. But like, we got nothing to root for this season. Who else do I root for? Just when it comes like playoff time, because you literally don't have a team in the playoffs. You're like, I have someone to root for. That's how you end up hating teams. They didn't even do anything to my franchise. Like Kansas City, we didn't even like play them until recently. Hey, what's up, Gory? Thanks, mate. I need to get them all done. All the long ones done. They take so fucking long. And then I can just do short little things. Single tile guides, I have like 1 or 2 examples. And then every time there's like a super funny chase, we can just post it with a link to the whatever single tile guide it was. The single tile guides will have the link to the full map guides. So you can take everything at your pace, basically. Because some people just can see in a sped up short, I assume at least, you know. If people played the map a lot and like know the tile, but like maybe haven't looped it that way. Because I don't know every single way to loop either, you know. I just talk about the ways that I've thought about, but no one can think about everything, obviously. I know I point this out, but when I played Doctor, I just let survivors go. I just meme around in them. So he's super low MMR because even in my my channel point redemption that's for killer even says like won't kill survivors on. Damn, I wanted them to go for it. They didn't just mindlessly take it off. Once you go for the crouch juke. But I was playing Doctor, and this literally happened with a survivor that had like 20 hours, and now it's something I try to do, and it's fun. You have to kind of go out of your way to do it sometimes, but this still even makes it more fun because it's like strong buildings anyway. But like Badham, I was playing Badham, I was chasing the survivor, and all they did was run around the bush, and it lined up perfectly with the brownstone window, and I was like, how often does it do that? And I went around the other side, and he didn't even run to the other side or anything, because he was a brand new survivor. But he just ran around it and jumped it, and it was like, I was like, holy shit, you could actually do that. And I'd say like a fourth of the time it lines up perfectly like that. Maybe a fifth of the time it lines up perfectly like that. But other times it lines up pretty good anyway, even if it's not perfect, and you can use the bush to loop around, especially when the doors are broken. You can still get value off of those two shorter windows without having to just 50-50 it all the time. It's really cool. Sometimes it's just figured out how to run it another way too. That one's interesting, but... No. They have a flashlight though. Shack behind the tree meme. The tree. I always feel like the shack behind the tree meme on that one. Yeah. Damn it. Wanted them to go for it. Hey, let's go. Despite me stubbing my toe. They must have been stubbing their toe too. I feel like that tree shaped a little bit differently than the one before. Every time I went around it, I was like, all right, I'll do it right this time. I fucked it up that time. All right, I'll do it right this time. I fucked it up that time too. I wonder if she was doing the same thing. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Face plant into bush. The bush bled in with the other bush. I couldn't see it. There's so much shit everywhere on this 2v8s. I feel bad for projectile killers in general, but that's why all the first chase is the same thing. You get more than like 15 meters in front, there's so much shit you can just use to weave in between. Oops, I forgot. I always forget. You keep up with all the Detroit teams. What's the sport you watch the most? It's like, where's it coming from? Who did Dirty Yams want me to play as? Oh, here I am running face first into the killer. Oh, no respect. Z-wall. Aw. I wanted a Z-wall. 1, 2, 3. Oh, somebody has the fast walking thing. Because when everybody's nearby, everybody can do it fast. Oh, he's dead. Oh, I'm sorry, back. Are other people dead too? No, they made it. Okay. We're probably just all helping each other get out. It's so funny when one person has urban that everybody does. I'm getting out. Just in case. Somehow Slinger is like undetectable. Oh yeah, good old dubstep. I love when a song comes back in and it actually develops and doesn't just do the exact same shit it did the first round. This song uses fucking silence for a second and everything just stops. It's awesome. It's truly unique. I've never heard another dubstep song do that. It would just stop everything, and that's the cool part. Listen to this shit right here. It goes. That's nasty. That fucking sub bass, dude. Holy shit. Sorry I had to blast that for a second. Totally worth. I did have to blast it. I wanted to hear it. I don't know who Dirty Amps wants me to play as. Juicing got to have the most fun making. So far, I was probably... Well, I don't know if it was so much fun. They're all the same making them. It was just the one I was probably most excited for. I mean, everyone I get more excited for just because I feel like I add something every time. Like, something to make it this or that. Especially because you're finding ways to edit faster. But the chapel one, because that was the first one that had 3 different main buildings, and now they changed one. They didn't change one, they literally just took one window out on main B. Big Sag. They did it to nerf Trapper. Yep. Because the Trapper had basement there, and they set a trap on the inside of the window, and then a trap next to the rubble next to the stairs, and then stood next to the trap next to the rubble next to the stairs. There was no way into the basement. So if you got someone in the basement, they were not getting out. And only more would get in the basement. Because you could literally hit one. If they like undid the trap next to you, you hit them when they run down, and then you reset that trap that's right next to you. Right? And then you just stand there. So up here comes up both of them, right? And one of them is going to have BT. The other one, there's a trap ready and shit. What are they going to do? Undo their trap? Because even the second they even start undoing the trap, you can slap them because now their BT's gone. And they can't do the other trap either. There's 2 people coming up the stairs. And when you hit one, they can go through you body block wise. But when you down one, doesn't mean the other person can just run through you. You're standing right next to the trap and you just slap them. Right? And then the other person could try to run by you, but you just go through your weapon cooldown. And then you slap them too. And now you got 2 in the basement. It was funny though. Really sad they took that out. That window out. I'm sad they took the window out, obviously, because it was a really good window. And that was the funniest version of the main. I think it was mid one in terms of strength. Main A is the easiest to learn. Main B was the funniest. Main C was the strongest. I think main A was the weakest, despite being the easiest to learn. But it's still really strong. It was just the weakest if you had to, you know, split hairs. That is the fun thing, is the looping guns I have left are almost all of them are interesting. Like, where I'm like, like, what I mean by interesting, I mean, like, I would really have needed this myself. There's only one, like, I mean, they're all useful, but there's only one where I'm like, because it's, like, not too hard. Nothing, like, too detailed about it, and that's Temple of Purgation. That one's like, eh. Oh, the fuck is a killer? Here we go. Make it up here. Yes. Can make it around this way. We gotta win the 1v1 here. Oh yeah, he's gonna have lusty blood soon though. Oh, he got it. Fuck. No, he didn't. Oh my god. I might have gotten out of the way. I don't want to keep looping this though. I don't want to just loop the pallet. No, he didn't respect it that time. Damn it. That was fun as fuck. Let's loop this here. I'm gonna pick something too safe. I want to have some fun. Oh, damn. God damn it. Not to play Basement Trapper. If you're playing Trapper and they get put in the basement, that's the thing. But you're right. I play Killer too nice. I am not a good example for how I play Killer, if you're trying to tell. Although, the argument can be made, though, because I have fun playing Killer. I know a lot of people are miserable playing DBD right now, but I can't wait. It's fun. This is because I don't think it's good balance-wise at all. The change is coming at all. I don't think they're good, but I am hopeful that maybe then Killer queue times won't be ass for the first time the entire year. But I already played too nice anyway, so like I would actually benefit, even though the changes are not enough in terms of incentivizing not tunneling. In my opinion, obviously. Because incentive is better than punishment. You need to incentivize it more. And there's like, I do like double the blood points though. I'm like, that's what I'm really like. Let's go. And all my skins I get are like on Killer. I have like maybe one skin per survivor-ish. But Killer's a lot of good skins. That's usually where I end up spending my shards on. And my cells when I buy the cells. Most of the time it's on Killer as well. Even like right now. What was the 2 skins I was saving up for? Because I finally got the Huntress Were-Elk skin with shards. Because every time I had close to enough shards, another skin would be shards, and I'm like, hey, I can get that for shards instead. I finally got that one, and now I'm saving up for 1 or 2. And I like those 2 Blight ones too, but I like the Unknown New skin. And there's actually a Skull Merchant skin I want. Aww. This pellet is not here. Damn. Hey, Z-Wall. Hey Yams, what survivor do you want me to play? I have all the survivors in the game, if you want. You can play with us as well. It's open lobbies. It's going jiggy. It's going pretty good. Got no complaints. Gonna see how the game tonight goes. Can you imagine if Cade and Jalen Durham both sit too? Dude, Cade should have got... You know what's funny? This is what I mean by Cade's a dog. This whole team is dogs. I fucking love this team. This Pistons team. These are fucking dogs. They're the same... I almost call them... I mean, they are kids. Like, in my eyes, they're kids. Obviously, they're full-grown adults, but I'm like... But this is the same bunch of kids that went through that 28-game losing streak. And none of them quit on the team. None of them requested a trade. No one gave up. No one had a bad attitude. They all stuck with it, and now look at them. These are fucking dogs. I love this team. Like, more than any team I've ever had so far. Especially if they win a championship at some point. I'm like... Oh, shit. Yeah, how many stars in the league could you see, especially earlier in their career? Like, year 3, I think it was for Cade, though. Yeah, it was year 3. Earlier in your career, though, and going through that, you know how many stars would not have requested a trade and stayed with it, especially with the same peeps? They were so young. What I mean by that was 2 years ago, Jalen Durham is about to turn 22 years old. And that was 3 years ago. Or 2 years ago, I mean. That means he was about to turn 20. That was Jalen Duren's second year in the league. Cade's like, well, no, Beef Stew's the oldest. He's 25, actually. Cade's 24. Jaden's 23. Asar is 22, and Jalen's about to turn 22. They're just like, they're coming up. Yeah, that's the thing. I could see people just paying them to stick through it, though. There's other people, too, that like Damian Lillard, like... Oh, shit. There's a Ghostface here somewhere. I don't even know where it is. He knows where I am, though. My unk, guys, I can't see shit. Something's gonna pop out in front of me and be like, there he is, yay. Oh, do we have any fun to loot? Z-wall value, right? If I could break them out, that'd be nice. Dude, how can I never break a ghost face out? That is some seriously dumb shit. How long did I stare at him for? This shit really pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie. So you gotta be fucking kidding me. I didn't get that lusty blood. I had to throw that pallet. I was not gonna make it around again. Or I was going down. Do I have a mod here? Type exclamation pallet. Oh, I could have gotten hooked again. Damn it. I should have just let my gut hit. Or wrist. Or wrist it. Feels like a wuss to play like a pussy. Oh, did we get 3 strikes? Let's see. He was swinging it for the end of the power, though. That's kind of fun little epic chase, though. Especially with some Z-wall value. It's like I can't bust him out still. I can never bust Ghost. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. I threw a lot of pallets this year. It's not even over yet. I need to throw more pallets anyway. Cause I know I have fun. I'm like, it's solo queue. It doesn't matter. I'm like, yeah, but I can also fuck over the team by not throwing pallets. I did it way too much last year. Last year was like an experiment, though. Dude, that was the funny thing, is because last year was like all the games I had on Nostromo were from like last year. Damn. I think I only threw like less than 5 pallets in that whole 10-hour guide. And it's funny because I used one for the intro, but I think that might be one of the only... Maybe I threw that pallet like twice, that tank pallet. Because there was like 2 times where I threw the pallet where I was like, I have looped this long enough where throwing the pallet and getting this done would be hilarious. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's more fun just greeting the pallet, but sometimes it's funny. It's more fun throwing the pallet. I'm not leaving, but... See? You should have left. The Q is on Deathlock 2. That's why I gotta stand out there. If he was a little bit closer, I could have heal teched. But I would have had to run out, and I would have been putting myself at risk to be picked up. Because we'd have been both too far, and one of us would have gotten picked up. Even like, if you're close enough where I can heal tech you, we'll both get out, that's different. I still thought about it, and I'm like, That's probably why they made it tough. It used to be easy to reveal Ghostface. I feel like it's just been getting consistent. I think I even put that in... I know I put it in one of my videos. I don't remember which video it was. Maybe it was the trash talk video, because I was talking about whining, I think. I think I brought up the Ghostface thing, maybe. I think that's where it was. Because I had a clip where Ghostface wasn't even on my screen, and it busted him out, and I was like... like, what the fuck is that? Oh, oops. Well, I guess everybody can stay in, I suppose. I usually reset the party, but... we could just stay in, I suppose. Who did Yams want me to play as? I'm sorry, though. Tundra did it right. I usually reset the party, but... Jeff, let's go. I'm in above Steve. Get that skill burst off. Man, I love them Pistons, though. That's my team. That's my quarterback. I literally, every time I say that's my team, I think of that Tony Romo, or the Terrell Owens meme talking about Tony Romo. That's my quarterback. I wonder if they have to have... No, even then. Same thing. I wouldn't have been able to see over the top. I just can't figure it out. The Ghostface thing. How to break them out consistently. Civilius is playing with us, right? Hey, are they? Okay, never mind. I just typed in the public chat. I was like, I know Civilius, but I wasn't paying attention to who joined. And I was like, hey, Civilius. That's hilarious. Yeah, Ghostface needs buff in general, but the 2v8 Ghostface got nerfed. His power lasts half as long. It's not half. It is half as long, isn't it? 30 seconds. He can't even get to Bloodlust 3 with that. I love Backstreet Boys and I love this song, but every time I hear this song, and it's in a good way, I think of the end of the movie, This Is the End. We can have anything? That was kind of mind-blowing, not gonna lie. Because I did not know about the end of that movie. I will say no more. In case you don't know about the end of that movie. But that was fucking awesome. Nowadays, that would have been the type of shit for you to be like, is this AI? It's Oni again. Oh nay, oh nay, oh nay, oh nay. I never see anybody wearing the bull skin. The huge bull. That's how that joke started. With Olay! When he'd like miss, if he missed a rush. And he started saying, oh nay. But now nobody wears that skin anymore. Zoni has really good skins. That bull one's awesome too, though. Although is that technically one... Well, you don't have to pay anymore because it's in shards, but you know what I mean? Is that one technically pay to lose? Because is that like one of Oni's tallest skins? It's the bear skin. Or the bear skin technically the tallest because the kitty is so high. Oh my god! Well, that was not what I expected. Did he jump down the hole? Did not. Oh god. I don't know if I make this. Nope, just barely. Should have gone out of my way and tried a running ball, but I definitely don't think I would have gotten it that way. I was kind of hoping they just didn't see. I got greedy. Once I saw them not drop down the hole, I wanted to see if we could get away with running back around the stairs and make it all the way back to the far thing. Oh, shit. I just got running into 2 killers. This is bad. Yeah, lucky as fuck. The hunter's being nice. Fuck. I should have. Oh, well, someone's right there. Nice. For some reason, I thought I was injured. Might be. They're over there. So I'm gonna run face first into an Oni. Alright, they got him. So many blood points. God damn it. It gave me a skill check right when I went to get off. Do they need help? Body blocking wise? Yes, she's coming this way. Although I do not have a plan. We're a bit out of position. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's getting chased. I was like, chase up the stairs. I won't get greedy this time and I'll play it safe. I love 1v1ing here. But you can be greedy and run past checkpoints to stay out of chase and then get extra vaults. It's fun to risk. Yes. All right. Second you turn in the corner, there they are. Like, damn it, should have camped there. Oh, fuck. I didn't even realize. I forgot about that. Nice, you're so close. We got it. No, we got it. We had it. I think she can throw through that. I think it has to be the right one, though. Loop this one. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm dead. Well, I'm lucky. Better to be lucky than good, as the saying goes. No, damn it. Damn. Yeah, I just got the double team. Although just one finished me off, to be fair. Thought I was going to get hit right in the beginning. Got lucky. Once again, better to be lucky than good. Always better to be lucky than good. Heal points. Oh, I'm already maxed out. Overclock the heal points. But skill you didn't know you had. I still doesn't explain those scenarios where I'll skill issue myself and stub my toe, but then the killer doubles back when I was trying to vault anyway, but I stubbed my toe. And the killer doubles back and I'm like, haha. That's the opposite of skill, but I still benefited from. May the hatch be with ya. Hypnotic Python. I had to feel like I ran by one. I heard one open. Here we go. Oh, it was the last one. Well, that sealed the fate, I suppose, unfortunately. Good shit. I want to see this. No. Hey, good shit. Fuck now. funny. Hey, Bohemian Rhapsody. Hell yeah, Gambit, get in here. Let me reset the lobby. Everybody. Oops. Okay, interesting. It's not usually. I think I was by myself. People were being nice. Make my job easier. I'll probably clear the list, I suppose. I think the list is from piece before anyway. We just need to get Gambit in here. Oh. Well, I went too far anyway. Whoopsie. You loading in, you know the rule. That means we gotta ready up. If you're in by the time, but unfortunately too many people have said that in the past. I'm loading in, I load in fast, and then it's 5 minutes later and they're still loading in. I rated. If they ready up, it's up to them if they want to give you 10 seconds. You can think hi. It's already been 10 seconds. Bruh. We can get you in on the next one. No, this is right here is exactly why we can't do this. Because everybody says how long it's going to be, and it's still not in here. And now we can ready up. See, this is why we can't do that. But that right there is why I ready up. It's not just you, but the amount of times people have told me I'm loading in, and we sat there for 5 minutes waiting because they weren't loading in. They like just turned on their Xbox or whatever. That's like, bruh. We end up not playing more games at the end. You loaded in, but we're already in a lobby, number one. But number two, you said 10 seconds. How long was it? That's the problem. We can't trust people. Not saying you're untrustworthy. I'm just saying this is what everybody says, and it's never as long as they say. That's why we have that rule. If somebody says, I'm loading in, nope, we're readying up then. Same with the other rule. If somebody waits until their turn to ask how to join, then it's like, we got to ready up. We'll get you in on the next game. Oh yeah, you can type exclamation join. I just do that so I can remember specifically who's trying to get in. So like for next one, we need to. I know we're getting Gambit in, but we need to make sure at least get Imato and Hey Karina at least, who just joined, obviously. But anyone can join for as many games as you want. But dude, you can get in the next game, Gambit, because we're gonna be playing for like another hour. Oh, just knocked off the Detroit D, off the Pistons thing. What do I put this on? Or it can be like funny. Yeah. On the fucking Stream Deck. That's funny. Nurse, let's go. Oh shit. What are the differences Nurse gets in the 2v8? It's like fatigue doesn't last as long. Something like that. I think it is. Yeah, but so here's the thing, quick game. We used to wait longer, but so many people were saying I'm loading in, and we'd sit there. We waited 45 minutes one stream. In a 4-hour and 20-minute stream, we spent 45 minutes in between games waiting for people to join. Because I added it up, I was like, this is excessive. I got to make some new rules. We already had the one game rule where if you miss your turn, you're gonna get in the next. Although, like I said, you can just get in for as many games as you want in the 2v8 because we always have open spots. But it was that. And so those two were the most excessive that I was like, all right, when these two are like code words, basically, of like, we got to ready up when we hear it. Unfortunately, but that's just because of like the amount of times this ends up holding everything up. But number one was, how do I join? Because we can explain that to them before it's their turn, but if they wait until their turn, it's going to take at least 3 minutes to get them in. At least for the most part, it usually does. Not for everybody, but on average, I'd say sometimes longer, you know. Because sometimes they had the profile open already, and you know, and then ads hit, which are my fault. But does anybody here know a way where you can see on OBS when your ads are running? Because I don't know when my ads run, and I know other streamers do, and I'm like, how do they do that? Because I can't find a way to let me know when the ads are running on OBS. And you have to run a minimum amount of 3 minutes an hour on Twitch. Shit. Oh, face plant. I just gave a bunch of distance. Bro, you missed completely. How in the fuck? She swung the wrong direction from all the way over there. What the fuck is that? Man, when the game just gives the killer the down for no reason. Am I whining about too much there? Or did that look like it was completely nowhere near me? I was like, or am I just whining? I could be just whining. But, especially when I looked, I'm like, you're all the way over there? What the fuck? You weren't even... But I could always be just whining. Yeah, I'm just whining. Well, someone says super bot nurse, but... Oh, shit. Bruh. What is this ping? Because even that looked bad. Because literally even that like hit looked bad. The first one. It's like, bruh. It missed it. Oh, you missed it. I thought you were saying. I'll pull it up after this game and I'll show you. Oh yeah, ping. Let me see. Oh fuck, I can't. It is a bot nurse. You're right. It is bot nurse. This is the bot nurse. Somebody said they were right. It is bot nurse. That's hilarious. Who said it was bot nurse? It was Tundra. Because I totally forgot about this. People were saying nurse was OP and just like always hit in the 2v8, but I don't know if I ever see bot nurses before. Because I always heard about it though, but I've never seen it. That's fucking hilarious. I wasn't thinking, because sometimes like the nurse just wins every 50-50 and doesn't fall for any of your mind games and hits every blank as well. But the thing was I was even thinking, because I want to, in the nurse guide, there's a few extra stats I want to say, because you know how people, against nurse, you know how people are like, nurse is OP if they hit all their blanks. I want to keep a stat. A few different stats. Number one, I want to count the matches where the nurse won or I got killed, you know, shit like that. But like, some matches we couldn't tell, but if I got killed and there was like 4 gens left, I'm just going to count that as the nurse won, you know, shit like that. Because obviously if I got killed and I'm on solo queue, I'm just moving on to the next one. But that's the thing, yeah, is people say, when I was going to count almost perfect as well, and those were the only two besides like wins, losses, and deaths. Because I'm going to say I survived on this many and died in this many, and then I'm going to say, but the nurse won this many at least. You know what I mean? and like give it my best estimate. I guess I'll go this way. Damn. This is the one they got rid of. Bruh. I wish I could have that length on top of the fact that I was already crouched. This game just hates me this fucking round. Yeah, I had a zombie too. Yeah, this game just hated me this game. Zombie just standing AFK in front of the window. What was that we were talking about, luck? Better to be lucky than good? Alright, I want to pull up this fucking hit that I'm whining about so you guys can see it, though. Because, like, even if you're a bot or not, like, that's fucking stupid. 1 second. I'm going to show this. I couldn't have vaulted that because I didn't have enough distance. Because doesn't Nemesis have an extra long lip? Or extra long whip? I was just thinking that. I was like, oh yeah. I think it's like the only thing they gave Nemesis. It's like 0.5 range difference. That's why I was concerned with the first time. I crouched just in case, but I was like definitely far enough on the 1v4. On the first vault. I even crouched after the vault and I was like, I still got hit. Even though I was far enough anyway. So this game just fucking hates me. I want to pull that shit up. Yeah, the zombie was going to turn around and hit me. That was the thing. 1 second. I want to whine about this. I mean, I already have been whining, but I want to show you guys the hit I'm whining about. Wait, I need to get Yamato in here. I need to get Gambit in here too. Fuck, Steampunk is not dead yet. One second. I'm trying to find this hit I want to whine about more. Yeah, of course, the first time I've ever seen it do that. Here we go. I've never seen it do that before. So they're loading on the VOD. Oh, here we go. Wait, I thought I accepted quick gambit already. No, it was too late. Bruh. One second. Can I get to the right spot? Yeah, look at this. Oh, fuck. You guys can't see. There we go. Alright, this is what I was whining about. Because I thought she was just facing the wrong direction. Because she's swinging the other direction. Look at that. She's swinging off my screen. And it said I got hit here. That's why I was like, bruh. And then I turned, look how far away she is. That means she lunged that direction. And turns, you know what I mean? Because if I turned around and she's like right on top of me, I would have been like, all right, like maybe, you know? Because I had double back right here. Because when she swings this way, you're thinking like, all right, maybe I could see like some type of lag, me getting hit here. Even though like this says the hitbox is here and this say I'm getting hit here. But then she lunged the complete opposite direction. Look at this. Look how far she is. Yeah, I know she was the bot, but that's why I was whining about it. Because I whine, it's funny. I saw some baby rages in here. That's what friends are for, to make fun of you when you're whining about a video game. But I'm like, I want to make sure, because there's difference between like justifiable whining, we call it. Just, it's all whining. It doesn't matter. That's why I'm like, make fun of me for that shit, because I'm whining about it. But justifiable whining is what I'm talking about, versus like if I look at something and it's not even bad, I'm like, all right, I need to go eat something because I'm like cranky, you know? That's why I'm like, I need to see this. You know, I need to determine if I'm just like whining about. Wait! I'm sorry, Bill Murray. Well, I don't know if it's gonna let Bill Murray get in here actually at this point. If they can resend the invite really quick. That's not even trolling. I was still whining about a video game. That's the roommate rule. Roommate walking by, they see me whining like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? They laugh at me. We're not about to be like, you didn't see it. It was bad. There's no point. You know? That's the roommate rule. Wait, we didn't get you in? How did you not get in? You... Dude, we were waiting. Come on, Maine. I even waited extra. Because I gave Bill Murray. I thought it said Bill Murray was trying to get in here. I pressed accept twice. Yeah, but we can't back out with 6 people. We can't even communicate to the people, 6 people to back out. We're going to be playing at least 3 more games. You can play like all 3 if you want. Who else do we... Oh, Bill Murray. That's how I remember. Who's Bill Murray again? I don't think they have the same gamer tag on Twitch. It's Bill Effin Murray. GG. Oh my god, that was a terrible match. I understand the handshake. I used to say proverbial. I'm like, it's not proverbial. What the fuck does proverbial even mean? Figurative handshake, but I'm like, but that was a terrible match. At least on my end. I just had to pull up the clips to be like, what the fuck is that? And then people decide to call you a poor sport when you won't say it. I'm like, I'm not going to say something was a good match when it was a terrible match. Not yelling at him, being like, oh, toxic killer. You don't say that either, obviously. I don't think anything toxic needs to get banned for it, but if the match is terrible, I'm not going to be fake and be like, that was a great game. Can't wait to play one just like that again. I'm not good enough an actor. You got to be a good actor if you want to be wholesome. And they can wholesome a D's nuts. I'm sorry. I always feel like the Key and Peele sketch. Has anyone seen that one when they make D's nuts jokes? Or it's not D's nuts. What does he say? Yeah, D's nuts on your chin, though, right? Isn't that what he's saying constantly? Every time anyone says anything, D's nuts on your chin. You gotta verify D's nuts on your chin. And you just keep saying it over and over. Nemesis just played good, though. That wasn't what I was whining about. It was exactly what they said. They're like, that bot was unfair. I'm like, I know! I'm still whining about it. That's the first time I've seen the nurse bot, though. Oh, shit. I heard about it on, like, all the last 2 V8s, but I've never actually played against a nurse bot. Hilarious. That's a different word for asshole, but I'll take it. This is how me and my friends always were, though. I just saw a little short on YouTube. It had like millions of views about this like adopted Chihuahua. And it was really funny because the video was, maybe it wasn't a short, maybe it was a video, but the video was like, this Chihuahua hates everyone. So you're thinking like, this just sounds like every Chihuahua, you know? And it was like the opposite. The Chihuahua was really nice to people that it didn't know yet. And then it was a complete asshole to people it was comfortable with. Oh, bro, this is how me and my friends are. It's fucking hilarious. I'm not saying I'm like overly nice to people I don't know. You know what I mean? I just thought it was funny that like it became mean Chihuahua only to people it already knew and was comfortable with. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. Lucky. After I stubbed my toe 4 times. I'm gonna loop this side. I'm gonna work on my positioning. Didn't have the fire up yet. I will not make that. Nope. Yeah, it has to be on YouTube. I'm sure you could go find it. Because I'm like, why is this getting all these views? I'll click on stuff like that where you're like, this is weird. It just seems like typical Chihuahua. And you're like, oh, I see. Like, that's actually really sweet. It like didn't have any teeth. It was like blind in one eye. Like it was like a rescue. It was just really funny. It was just such a sweet dog. Unless it was comfortable with you. It was... Oh, that sounds like a friend. No, I don't have crossplay turned off. Oh, the person on Xbox? Quick Gambit? No! Didn't even look like that hit them either. Oh yeah, I need to turn off VSync and see if I like it or dislike it. Because I didn't realize I had VSync turned on. And I remember when I got the PC, everybody was like, always turn off VSync. But I think the reason I had it on is I think because you spin your camera and shit so much, I think the screen tearing was kind of bad. Yeah, might as well. That's not that bad. Maybe this is the secret to better frames in DVD. That was what I heard before, and I literally had VSync turned off before, I think. Yeah, it's not that bad. Watch it be really worse on Killer. That might be it. The frames over everything else. I learned this from Shroud, actually. So, like, all my settings and shit, I got from Shroud on PUBG. Because I got a PC, because we were playing PUBG on Xbox. PUBG on Xbox was hilarious. That was a really fun game to play with no crossplay on. PUBG on Xbox. Because then you were guaranteed you were playing against other people on controller, and that was, like, a fair fight. Because there's no aim assist at all. And shooting games, if you're on a controller, you pretty much need some type of aim assist. Like, that's why they almost all have them. Have aim assist. Or in different forms, like sticky aim. There's no, like, auto aim or anything like that. But there's, like, sticky aim and shit like that. Which is what Halo has, technically, you know. In Destiny. Oh, Destiny also has real aim assist where you can miss their head a little bit and it'll, like, give you a headshot anyway. From what I remember. That's actual aim assist. That's close enough, you know. That was Destiny 2. I don't think Destiny 1 did that. Maybe it was Destiny 1 that did that. But I remember the aim assist being better on controller. So, because they were trying to balance mouse and keyboard versus controller. Okay. Well, they're not going to left unhook, are they? No, they're not. If I could change anything about 2v8, what would it be? Make the 2v8 Survivor free to play. So if you wanted to try DBD, and make it permanent. I know that's 2 changes, but if I had to pick one, that's what I would pick. I would pick the Survivor part, because then I think you actually could make it permanent. Because if you wanted to get somebody to try DBD, they didn't have to spend any money. Yeah, come play some 2v8. Play some Survivor. You can't play any Killer because the Killer queue times are ass. But that would fix the Killer queue times being ass because you have more people who wanted to jump in and try some 2v8 from people that don't own DBD because it's free to play. It would get more people to give more DBD a try. You know? And it would bring Killer queue times down. That's what I would change. I've been saying this since the first one, though. It's always hard to convince people to make something free. Once money's involved. Less money? What do you mean less money? You know? I really didn't even pay attention. I think everything seems fine. Without the VSync. Maybe that was the key. Turn your V-Sync off, everybody. Everybody, turn your V-Sync off. Everybody, frames. I'm here. Chase me. Darkula. Where is he? Is there someone named Vladimir Putin on our team? Oh, there is. I never look at gamer tags. Nice. We're getting so much BP for this shit. I fucking love the 2v8. I'm setting up to be a killer main for a long time. You see all those examples I have in that Nostromo? I'll always be playing some Survivor because I'll always be a Survivor main. But you can become better at Survivor by playing killer. Houndmaster's the first one I bring up. I'm like, I feel like I can count on. No, I played against like 70 something Houndmasters total. But the best way to get better against Houndmasters, you're like, all right, I'm gonna play as some Houndmaster. Big goofy turnaround. Damn it. Thought I could get it. I feel like I wouldn't have got that hit on killer. Do I have a mod here? It's up exclamation palette. That's one of those, would not have got that if I was playing killer. I was on the complete other side of that shit. Here's the thing I'm most worried about, because people are talking about the anti-tunneling and shit like that. But look how far away from you are. And I'm probably going to die just running mindlessly to this, but I want to make a point here. Right? Even from this far away, do I make this? Even from that far away, I would have made that. Look how far that was. If they want to increase the endgame shit, they would have to at least take it down a little bit, or if they're going to increase the anti-tunneling, they would at least have to take it down in the end game. Because look how far we were away from that, and that was just base kit already with no increase. We would have had a free exit. They wouldn't have been able to hit us from that far away. You know, it's kind of nuts. Because what I mean by the only reason I'm looking for, well, any type of change is fun in a way for video games. It just keeps stuff fresh, but it's not good balance-wise. But like I said, if it brings killer Q times down, and also we're getting more blood points, I'll be playing a lot more killer. I'm like, I can't wait for that, actually. I'll have an excuse to before all my killers are even P10 or before even through the Survivor tomes. What's up, Peter Tex? What are you talking about? Is anybody trying to get in that did not get in? That has not played? We need to get Karina in, right? Where's Karina at? What's Karina's gamer tag? Wait, I'll just reset the party. Quick Gambit, can you rejoin? I'm just gonna reset. I know Deontay can't do this, but I'm sorry, I need to get quick Gambit in here. And Karina. quick gambit. Here we go. Bill F. and Murray. Yep. You can do crossplay with controller only if you want. That'd be rough though, because I think this is my we got Gambit in here. Okay, right. So is Kareen? I don't know where Karina is. You can get back in here, Tundra. I don't know where Karina is. We can get her on the next one. Also, Sue True, thanks for following me. And Slippery Soap. I'm sorry I missed the subscription. I was probably just like focused on. I'm a dumbass, so whenever it comes to like line and shit, I have to like zone everything out because I'm like I won't be able to do this right, even though it's not hard. But this is what I mean by I'm a dumbass. It's also what I mean by when I'm like you guys can loot better than I can. Lara, let's go. Yes, for first-person shooters, absolutely. I was like, I know this might be a hot take, but I think Survivor controller is better for Survivor. And if I was just going against controller killers all the time, I'd be like, okay. Although it would almost be like not as fun, to be honest. I usually try to give the killer props when I see that on controller. Damn it! Wait. We got to get Tundra in on the next one, because we're actually full on this one. All right, I got to remember though, because Tundra and Karina and Andy Smith. I need to get those three in on the next one. Tundra, Karina, and Andy Smith, because we're already full. We'll probably have time for 3 more games if they're quick, actually, instead of 2. The song always makes me miss working in cafeteria. I hated being a server, but I loved working in cafeteria. That was where I started getting my bartending shifts, too. I'll show you guys cafeteria. Because when I say cafeteria, it sounds like a cafeteria. That was probably the fanciest place I worked. 17th and 7th. Yeah, here we go. I was like, if I just type in cafeteria, we're going to get cafeteria. No. Oh, it's not maps. Image. What the fuck? Yep. Remember I said the outside? Yeah, this is the outside I was talking about right here. Hey, is that Justin? It's a long time ago. Whatever. Yeah, that's Justin. This is a pic. Unless Justin still works there. Yeah, Justin, Tina. This was Steven. This might have been when I worked here, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. I wasn't outside that day, though. This looks like brunch. I remember. Steven was awesome. I mean, all these people were awesome. Justin was awesome. Tina was awesome. Steven was awesome. But this is where I started getting... When I said there's a downstairs lounge. This is what it looks like on the inside. This was section 2. I was in section 3 when I was serving. So I guess this picture would be better. So I had this 4 top, this 4 top, this 3 top. Was it? Okay, it was 6 tables per, right? So 1, 2... Yeah, this 3 top, this 4 top, and then these 2 tops against this thing over here. Which technically had 1 more seat than any of the other sections did because of the 3 top. I remember, but... And then I always brag about my sales and tip percentage and shit at the very end of the... It was one of those things until years later. I was like, that's another reason the busters and runners and shit really loved me too, because my tip percentage was so high, and I literally didn't think about this until recently. I was like, that means I wasn't lying and pocketing some of my own tips. I was just I like having fun being competitive and like random shit, you know? So I was just being like, haha, look at my sales. Look at my tip percentage. You know? But having 1 extra table didn't really, or 1 extra seat didn't really help either. Because most of the time they used it as a 2 top anyway. Yeah, so that's why I say it's funny. It's called cafeteria. Like it sounds like a, you know, it sounds like a cafeteria. I'm like, it's probably actually the fanciest I worked at. Maple had one thing that looked fancy. It was like this big decorative thing in the back room, in the top. It made it look fancier than it really was. It was kind of out of place. That was the first place I worked as a server. Oh, it's not Maple anymore, though. Same owner, but they turned it into a sushi place. It's still a restaurant, obviously. Hey, Tundra. Thanks for the 100 bits, man. Fuck. What Survivor was I supposed to play? I'm going to play Survivor for Slippery Slope. We might be able to squeeze 2 more games in, so I might be able to play Survivor for You and Slippery Slope. Yeah, Chris Capone's awesome, peeps. One of the genuinely wholesome. You know how I always make the joke you have to be a good actor if you want to be wholesome? I'm definitely not a good enough actor to be. Chris isn't even an actor. He's just genuinely wholesome. Not many people. I don't even try to be wholesome. Fuck that shit. I'm not a good actor. I know that. That's what we talk about with eventually having a YouTube, because eventually I want to have a side thing, because I love movies. Fucking love movies. I need to see fucking Only Yesterday, because I just watched the credits part. There was like no words or anything. I just saw it, and I was like, holy shit. That was like one of the most beautiful endings to a movie I've ever seen, and I've never seen the movie. That's from Studio Ghibli. But it's on Max. I don't have Max. But it's not even for sale on YouTube. Most wholesome guy on Twitch. They started making that joke. He's like, hey, you can wholesome these nuts. Now I'm thinking of Key and Peele again. Slap ass! Kebab, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Cafeteria, the restaurant. That's the restaurant. There was like 3 different restaurants depending on the shift you worked. If you worked lunchtime, it was like upscale brunch type of atmosphere. If you worked nighttime, it was like date night atmosphere. And if you worked overnight, it was like club atmosphere. Oops, I went the wrong way. I ain't gonna make this. I was like, hey, I actually made it. Nope. Damn it. I fucked up. I went the wrong way. I was playing like shit today. I even saw the killer's... You know what's funny? I might not have even played that way if I wasn't seeing the killer aura. I was just seeing more, I'm like, huh, I think he's going that way. No, he's not. Whoops. I wanted to sucker him into a chase and vault that window again. I don't know. I think there's a thing that tells you where everybody's from, but I haven't looked at that stuff in a while. Oh, the round table, yeah. The piece of the puzzle. Yeah, you connect that shit to the window. Maybe you need to have a... You don't even need I have a clip of it somewhere where there was no pallet there, but I couldn't find it. I didn't feel like thumbing through a 10-hour guide looking for it, and I was like, God damn it. I was like, I should have put a marker on it. Because I put markers on a lot of stuff where I use as, like, during the walkthrough and you have, like, a random-ass clip coming in the middle of nowhere. That's why the ones I put markers on, I was like, I should have put a marker on it, because I know I have a clip. Maybe I didn't, but I know I have. Like, I'm like 90% sure I have a clip where the pallet wasn't there. Oh, damn. And we just won the 1v1 around the table anyway. But the clip I found, because it was like a more recent one, was against Ghoul. But I was like, but he's using his power and flinging around the table. Like, that's not the same. I think we can squeeze 2 more games in. It's funny, so the word viewers, I have banned. Viewers and followers. And it was funny, because for viewers, I can't remember exactly why the word viewers. Followers, I knew for sure to get rid of bots. But viewers, I was like, why do I have viewers banned? But I was jokingly for a while and be like, well, I don't really ban people easily or often. God damn it. What are you doing, bruh? Bruh. I don't know what he was doing. Bill F. and Murray had a death wish there. Maybe he didn't know where the killer was and he just ran into him. Oh yeah, so what I would say was, because I don't ban it, like, we talked about this the other day. Like, if somebody comes in and calls something gay or something like that, like, where most people just outright ban them, I don't, but I give them kind of a warning, if that makes sense. Or I'm like, we don't gotta say that, you know? Like, it's not, like, some gay is not immediately negative connotations, you know? I was like, that's like a very dated saying. Obviously wasn't even accurate in the first place. But the reason I do that and don't just ban somebody right away if they say something like that is because, like, it'll never get any better if you just ban them and be like, what a fucking idiot that guy is. He's just going to go somewhere else and say the exact same shit, you know? It's not going to get any better that way. So you'd be like, all right, we don't got to be saying that. And if they keep saying it, you know, and they start pushing the envelope, it's like, all right, like, we tried. But I've had multiple times where somebody, or the R word, same thing. I'm like, yeah, we don't gotta be saying that. And they stop saying it, you know? But if I just ban them and be like, what a fucking idiot this guy is that he's still saying this. You know what I mean? It's not, they're not gonna stop saying it. And they're gonna go somewhere else and somebody else is gonna hear it. Someone that whose feelings might actually get hurt. My feelings won't get hurt. That's why I try to be like, all right, we don't gotta be saying that, you know? We can, there's other words to say if somebody's acting stupid or some shit like this, you know? But that's what I mean by I don't ban lightly. If somebody got banned, they really, really deserved it. Or even like that, like, you really deserved it if I was like, all right, we don't have to say that. Like, you shouldn't say that, you know what I mean? And they keep saying it, like, you deserved it. You got banned. We gave you a chance. You know? They deserved it. But that's why I was thinking for a while, I was like, huh, the word viewers is banned because if they're a viewer, they're banned already. Because I always think of everybody here as friends and fam. I was like, if they're a viewer, they're banned and still watching for some reason. But then, so I unbanned the word viewer. I was like, well, that's kind of stupid. I was like, I'll just unban the word viewer. And then the very first day I unbanned the word viewer, we got those bots that was like, buy viewers on. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I had the word viewers banned. I thought it was just followers, but it's both of them. If you have followers and viewers. Also, if you struggle with bots and you stream, just ban those two words. That helps. It'll get rid of the spam. Ban viewers and followers, and then the bots can't do shit because that's all they're telling. Get viewers and followers at this, you know. Yeah, I forgot about it, Mr. Matt, because you were here when I made that joke about viewers, the word viewers being banned, and I always made that joke, and then I unbanned it like a week ago. And the very first comment of the stream, not even like 30 seconds live, buy viewers on, oh yeah. So I went there. This thing banned viewers. It's like, god damn it. Well, I done learned today. For the second time. It's been so long that since I learned, I forgot. I can rummage through yellow chest. No, I did not know that. Is it my built-in power? Oh my god. I have it on Pointless Palette, but I've never connected Pointless Palette to anything without getting hit. Besides the one Myers that might have been memeing. And that one time where I had Life in Chaos Shuffle. I forgot about that until I was editing. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this life clip. I had a life clip on the back corner window too. I got more value on the back. I literally had to record that. An extra record thing. We were like, I lied. I got more value off of this than just one. Oh, next to the drop down. Yes, I went over that. I thought you were talking about the... So what I... Oh, run, run, run. Did she make it? Did she make it? Did she make it? Nice, holy shit. That was as close as it gets. Talk about the skin of your teeth. Alright, just because I'm trying to squeeze more peeps in. Usually I wait around for a little bit, but I'm gonna get into the next thing. All right, so we need to. Who did we need to get in? Oh, these are easy as fuck. These survivor ones. Hey, we have more killer ones on this for the first fucking time. Hey, get in here, Mr. Math. Let me look at this list. I know we need to get Quick Gambit in here. And Tundra, and then... It starts with a K, I remember. Is Karina here? I'm gonna clear the list anyway. I think we can squeeze 2 more games in. It's gonna be close. And Andy Smith. Is Andy Smith in here? Well, we're readying up. We can get them on the next one. Oh, close the bot. We gotta ready up though. Ethan, get in here. Let's go. I invited Baby Deontay. Hey, let's go. Hey, good shit, Gambit. We got Mr. Math in here, right? Yes, we did. No, I can squeeze another one in. If this game goes for 15 minutes, then yeah, it's the last game, but... So I usually stay live for 4 hours and 20 minutes. Everything's 420. Oh my god, I have a funny story. I don't remember my login password, but... I need to go get that. I need to remember my login password. I'll do it for next stream if you remind me. But... I start at 420 Eastern time, and then I usually stream 420, unless I'm wearing these big obnoxious ass chains, this piston. It's like one of those like plastic band things, but jokingly wore it on Pistons game, but then it kind of signifies that the stream's ending early. And then I get more editing done when I'm watching the Pistons, because then I'm doing my highlights and eating and doing my shit before. By the time the Pistons game gets done, I can take a shower and get some editing in bed before I go to sleep, you know? Whereas if I usually stream, I usually don't get much editing done after the stream is over. Because same thing, then I gotta like eat and do my highlights and take a shower and do all that stuff, and then usually I'm getting into bed and just falling asleep. Not enough medics. I like being medic. That's my shit. Oh, I'm supposed to play Laura. I'm sorry. That's what I'm supposed to play. Let me write this fucking down. One second. I'm sorry, Slippery Slope. You want to join in the next game if you're ready? We're trying to squeeze one in. Oh, yeah, but when I found out I had seizures, now I'm on medication, but I had seizures for the first time last year in November, actually. I had 3 seizures. Ended up in the hospital for a week. But my CK level, it's like creatine kinase or something. Basically, like, it has to do with your kidneys and how they're processing. And I remember them telling, like, you know when you work out and you're sore, and then, like, the soreness goes away, your kidneys processes that soreness going away, essentially. And that's what that's what I was recovering from with the kidneys, was from the seizures, was, like, there was a bunch of muscle breakdown. And they said, depending on how severe the seizures are, it keeps going up for either 2 days or 5 days. Because you know how, like, when you work out, same thing. You're like, especially if you haven't worked out in a long time. Like me, I don't really work out, I just ride a bike. But if I haven't ridden a bike in a long time, I'm, like, sore the next day, but it's 2 days later when I'm a lot more sore. That's the same thing. Like, it's either 2 days later or 5 days later where you peak at the most sore, essentially. Like, if you got really hurt as well. And it kept going up. Now, in the hospital, they told me, I have this clip somewhere. In the hospital, they told me that I was over 42,000. They're like, now this is alarming. They're like, because over like 8,000 is like hospital. I think it was 7,000 actually. Over 7,000 was hospital worthy. They're like, it is alarming. They're like, but it's only alarming if it keeps going up after this. They're like, because this is day 5, it should start coming down now. They're like, but so this is like the important day. Okay. But it was fun. They didn't tell me, and then I came home. The next stream I had, I was showing the My Charts thing from the hospital, and I looked at the creatine kinase number, and my number, they said over 42,000, but I didn't know exactly what it was until I was on stream looking at it. It was 420.69. I was like, I am the meme lord, apparently. The closest I've ever been to death, and I was still memeing. I really wish I would have known that in the hospital. They just told me I was over 42,000, but that would have really given me some positive boost because I was really fucking bored and miserable in the hospital. I was still editing too. But yeah, 42069. They just told me I was over 40. I should have thought about it, but when you're in the hospital and miserable, I think you're like over 42,000. You know. Yep. Have the clip of it on stream somewhere. Opening up and realizing it was 42069. Because last I saw was 69. I was like, 69. I was like, oh my god. I wish they told me this in the hospital. Every nurse ever too. I kept bringing up weed. I was editing, yeah. I'm not a content creator. I want to be. That's the goal. I could get these guides done a lot faster if I was. I work at a dispensary. But that was the thing, the Ormond guide, the one that was 12 hours. My sister actually took a picture of me because she thought it was ridiculous. Because I had my laptop out and I was still editing that stupid guide. I was like, I have nothing else to do. I'm sitting in the fucking hospital, literally doing nothing else. So I'm gonna sit here and edit. So that's what I did. And it still wasn't done when I got out of the hospital. I think it still took like another week after that. I got a lot of editing done in the hospital though. I was happy. Yeah, I always find shit that's funny. I get yelled at for laughing at inappropriate times. The laughter is also just like, you're like, you think this is funny? I'm like, no, it's just so bad that it's ridiculous, and that's why I'm laughing, you know? You think us having to put up this extra work is funny? I'm like, no, that's not the funny part. The funny part is like, holy shit, this is terrible. You know? That's why the movie Clerks is good. That's like the whole joke of the movie. Is he wasn't even supposed to be at work that day, and the bad day at work just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. If you want, I just saw that movie this year actually, not last year. It was this year. I have that one on YouTube. If you want to see my YouTube collection, type !movies on YouTube or Twitch, and the playlist will come up. That's the movies I own. Although it is missing some children's movies, like like my sister. I'm logged in on YouTube on her TV, so I bought the Paw Patrol movies because I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old nephews, and you can't add children's movies to playlists. So there's children's movies I'm missing in that playlist, but like, that's fine. I'm going this way, fuck it.
Oh.
But Clerks was supposed. There was a bad. Oh my God, Willie! That's fucking DBD's goat right there. Caught us on the second last game. I was actually happy about that. I was about because we were gonna squeeze in another one. We had like just decided that. It's like, yes! I always feel bad if they come in and I'm like, this is the last one. I'm sorry. That's my killer goat right there. He's just one of the best players in the world, but specifically he's my killer goat. I love that he can take any killer in the game and push them to new heights that he has ever wanted to. That people have never seen before. And I just truly believe that he could be the best killer of any of the killers, if he, like any of the killers that he wanted to. Like, you know how everybody has like every killer has like there's 4,000 hours in this killer, and like so they know the most and this and that. And, like, I feel like Willie is the killer that could do that with any single killer in the game. That's what I mean by he's my killer goat. We're doing open lobbies. We're doing one last game though. If you're on console, you do have to add me. If you're on PC, you have to hit the green button on the right hand side. This is join game. On Steam, my friends list is full and my friend requests list might not be full, but it's full most of the time. Because I had thought I had outsmarted the system when my friends list got full. I was like, hey, send me friend requests. What the fuck happened? I'm juking nothing. Oh, Face plant. Can you loop over this? There's a skeleton. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, that one might have just disappeared, though, to be fair. Yeah, I think the skeleton's going to help us here. Big Goofy, turn around. I kind of want to stay here. Oh, fuck. I wanted to get hit by it again. It was like playing dodgeball with the skeleton. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Immediately hit by a hatchet. Thank fuck I had the heal power. They're still coming. Do they make it in time? It's gonna be close. Hey, they got heal class. Let's go. I know, I wanted to play that dodgeball. I love the 2v8. I was like hitting people with a first hot take. I want 2v8 to be permanent. Because that sounds like the super hot take, right? It's like, the fuck? Queue times are ass. And it's like, yeah, but I want the Survivor to be free to play. Because it'd be way easier to get more people in a DVD if 2v8 was free on Survivor. And then killer queue times wouldn't be ass. And then we get more people in the DVD. But they could only play 2v8 Survivor. They just couldn't play 2v8 Killer. And they can't play 1v4 at all. Just 2v8 free to play. I think that'd be awesome. Oh shit. I wanted to heal tech. And force them to force me out.
Don't even try.
That sideways fall. That shit's fun. We're doing a nurse guide soon. That's the next one. At 186 games played against Nurse, but haven't played against Nurse on Forgotten Ruins, Fallen Refuge, but that's understandable, or Pizzeria. Pizzeria is a little bit newer, obviously, but I was still kind of sad. I was hoping to have clips against Nurse on every single map. Not going to happen. Added me. Let's go. All right, this is the last game. Hey, everybody, coming on Mr. Tater. I've been playing DVD since 2018. It's been a main game since 2020. Came from games like Halo, Guitar Hero, Gears of War, Dark Souls, Destiny. I was a sweat lord. Had a bunch of 50s, was top 500 in Destiny 1 and shit like that. I'm still sweat lord. I played no perks and shit like that, but that's what I like it. This is the DVD is the only game that I didn't like give a shit about anything really. All the other games I like wanted to win at any cost. And that's what I love about DVD, is you can play like that, but you can also not play like that. You can play however you want. There's not like different playlists or anything. And the cool thing is, like, you can work on little things too, right? Like Green Pallet, you can just do like the, I'm not ever going to throw any pallets. Number one, you get away with so much shit by not throwing any pallets. It's really funny. But number two, like, you always have to loop something. If you always are never going to throw the pallet, you always have to get better at actually looping every tile. And then the looping never stops. It just keeps staying fun. Although I've started throwing the pallet, like, literally this past month. When I see them lunge, oh, shit. No! I want to get Tundra in. Tundra, can you send another one? I want to get Tundra in. I pressed ready up and I got rid of Tundra's thing. Oh, but what I was saying is I make looping guides. There's a super long one I just put out. It's on Nostromo. 10 hours long. Goes over every tile. The chases are organized by killer. We have 40 of the 41 killers. Holy shit. What is going on, Joey? Everybody follow Joey. I want to be able to 2v8 with Joey, but I'm doing open lobbies this time. Maybe one of these times I won't have work. And if Joey isn't playing with somebody else, I can, like, ready up with them. All right, we're going to ready up, though. Oh, Lara. You're right. I can ready up before that, though. Does anybody have a particular movie in mind when they hear this song? Because I don't love this type of music. It's just, like, classic rock, but got this from a movie. This movie is so good. And this is like the climax of the whole movie is this scene. God, that movie is so good. Oh, I remember you. I remember your white little face. And I remember your black hair. And you were on a horsey. Does anyone know this movie? This is so vague, but I'm being vague on purpose. Yeah, good shit, Stock Thomas. Good shit. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is the best scene in the movie. This part right here is playing right when, I think, right here. Yeah, he looks at her. After she's just stabbed him, and then he grabs her. And then he's like hitting her on like the wall, on the painting, on the thing. Then he's like slamming her into the fucking fireplace. And then he clears off the table and he's slamming her into the fucking table. So if anyone doesn't know, because I remember watching this movie for the first time, and that's literally when it goes bang, is when he like sees that she's dead and he just turns and lets her go. So if anyone hasn't seen this movie, I was like, what the fuck?
Sam.
Because I didn't know who Sharon Tate was. It was Quentin Tarantino. So you know how in Tarantino's movies, like, he'll have like crazy awesome violence against people that were like absolutely despicable. So you like root for it. I remember the first Tarantino movie I saw. I was a kid, but I saw Glorious Bastards, and I remember being like, I didn't get it. I was like, this movie's trying to make me feel bad for Nazis, and it's like, no, that's not what the movie's trying to do. Because like the violence on the Nazis was nuts, but it's like, yeah, and Inglourious Bastards, you know, they're fucking Nazis. But as a kid, I'm like, why is this movie trying to make me feel bad for these? Because I saw like gratuitous violence, and it made me immediately where I was like, I feel bad. Like, it's like, no, this is like over the top violence for fun, like the end that Hitler should have gotten. Like, so Inglourious Bastards, this is not even like spoiling it, but that movie, like, it's not the last scene in the movie, but we have the bear Jew standing over Hitler and just like unloading machine gun shots into Hitler's face, turning it into fucking Swiss cheese that looks like rubber. It's fucking awesome. That's obviously not how it went in real life, but this is what I mean. As an adult, you're like, it's fucking awesome. Now, Hitler wasn't who I felt bad for either. It was more that one guy, and as an adult, same thing. You're like, yeah, this is awesome. Have you seen that movie? Remember when the first time you see the bear Jew and he comes out, hey Donnie, yeah. He's like, we got a Nazi out here that wants to die for his country. Oblige him. Remember he like beats the shit out of him with the bat?
Bloody hell.
He got fucked over there by the video game. That's big sad. I'll run to this one instead. Have some fun loops. I should have either gotten hit there or I should have let him vault, and it didn't give him either. That's the thing, I was too young when I saw that movie, so I was like, why is this movie make... Because remember when he's sitting there, he's like, did you get that for killing Jews? And he's like, bravery. And Donnie looks at him, he's like, okay, well, at least I see that, and then... I can't tell you how many times I've watched that scene. That scene is so satisfying. That's the thing, right? So when I'm watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I didn't know who Sharon Tate was. I didn't know anything about those murders. So I remember being, especially because Margot Robbie's playing Sharon Tate, so I'm expecting her to like start talking to Leo and Brad at some point, you know? I'm like, all right, well, Sharon Tate's in the... And she like doesn't at all, and I was like, what the fuck? The first thing I said when that movie ended, I was like, why was Sharon Tate even in this movie? Or not Sharon Tate. I was like, why was Margot Robbie even in this movie? You know, because I missed all the underlying tension. If you haven't seen this movie, I'm not going to tell you what... Well, I kind of spoiled it already. But what happened in real life was Sharon Tate was an actress, and she was in her house. And Charlie Manson, the Manson family, I didn't know much about them. That's the other thing. Like, I'd heard of them, like, but didn't really know too much. And it's funny, the whole movie that he's calling those crazy hippies. Like, after it all happens, when they kill the one guy, he's like, he said, I'm the devil. And I'm here to do some devil shit. He can't remember what the guy actually said, word for word. He's trying to tell the police. He's like, he came in here. He said, I'm here to do some... He didn't even throw me at anything. I would have gotten hit by that anyway, though. What the fuck? I got nothing. This is what I mean by this crazy hippie came in. But those people, what they did in real life, they, and in the movie, they were on their way to Sharon Tate's house, and they were going to stab her to death. And in real life, she got stabbed like, she was pregnant. She got stabbed like 47 times or some shit, and then they hung her, and she actually died from the hanging. Like, she wasn't dead when they hung her. She died from choking to death after being stabbed like 47 times while she was pregnant. Like, this is what I mean by despicable, you know? But the thing was at the end of the movie, they're going to Sharon Tate's house, but then they see, who do they see? I think they see Leo's character, but he's drunk and yells at them. So they go into Leo's house to kill Leo instead. And Brad Pitt's there because they're best friends. And that's that scene, because Brad Pitt's just kind of like, who the fuck are you guys? But he saw them earlier when he was visiting an old friend at Spawn Ranch. So that's why he was like, oh, I remember you. You were on a horsey, you know. But then the one guy holds a gun up. That's what he does. He holds the gun up to him, and he's like, and your name is? And he was like, I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business. And his gun's like shaking, and Brad Pitt's just looking at him like, nah, I was dumber than that. Something like Rex. Oh, I love that movie. So I'm getting to the point where I love the boring movies. But I can tell are like boring. Like there was another movie I liked. No, this wasn't my favorite movie. It's not in that category of like favorite, but I thought it was a good movie. But I can see people being like, oh, it's boring as fucking went nowhere. But it's one of those like, I can see how people would think it's pretentious, but it's one of those things of like teeny little changes. What was the name of that? The Brutalists. Have you seen The Brutalist? Oh my god, I stubbed my toe because I'm bad. I even saw him change directions. Yeah. He stubbed his toe too. They made the shit wider than it is in the one before. He just made the same mistake I did. Shaq behind the tree meme. They need to buff Ghost. They need to go buff Ghostface in general, but especially in the 2v8. But yeah, so that's the thing with that movie. When I got to the end of it, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't get it. But then when I looked it up, I was like, so that's why I was like, that's why we got the gratuitous shot of Brad Pitt slamming her face into everything in the house, basically. And then the other one gets flamethrowered in the pool, you know, like shit like that. I was like, oh, okay, I see. But the first time, I didn't know who these people were or what they did in real life, so I was like, the fuck is happening here? This kind of looks like fully grown man. Like, I know they broke into his house, but it looks like fully grown man just like obliterating teenage girl, essentially. You know, that's what I mean by I was like, what the fuck? And I looked up, I'm like, oh, okay, these people stabbed a pregnant woman to death 47 times. And it's like, okay, I see now. But that was the only Tarantino movie where the first time I watched it, I was like, you know. But then I researched it, and now I love that movie. Watching him curb stomp the guy face up. That is so good. When you know what they did in real life, you know. We could have thrown that. I'm not gonna throw it. No, I'm not gonna throw it. I'm not gonna throw it anymore. Here's the Wesky. Good shit. Why can't I see the kill? Oh, somebody's using that belt. Oh my god. I thought the window was here. It's over there.
Got to get out.
No, we didn't get a god window in the 2v8. Interesting. I was like, I thought I looked over there. I did look over there. The window was not there, so I thought I had the god window here. This is the first time in this 2v8 where I didn't have the god window, because they took the god windows out of the 1v4. They are not a possibility. But every game I've gotten this 2v8 has had the god. Open the fucking game. Nice. Holy shit, that was close. In a good way, though. No, I don't think... I think I might have seen like one or two David Lynch films, but I know Mulholland Drive... I've had like one moment spoiled for me in that movie. Only one moment though. About with the guy behind the dumpster. I'm like, damn it. Was David Lynch the guy also in The Fablemans? I'm not a movie buff. I want to be. I'm working on it. So I've seen like a lot of random movies that are like movie buff type of movies. But I'm not a movie buff though, because there's other movies that, like Scary Movie I haven't even watched yet. I have Scary Movie 1 though. But I was too young when it came out. Like my sister watched it. She's 3 years older than me. Same with the Austin Power movies. I've never seen those. I've only seen parts, but my sister was old enough to watch that, but I wasn't. I was like 9 or some shit, you know? Like even Lord of the Rings 1 when it came out, I was 9. So like when Lord of the Rings 1 came out, like the orcs kind of scared me, like because of how ugly they are. Like those, it was funny because the ring race didn't really scare me. The Balrog didn't scare me, even though those are much scarier than the orcs. It was just the orcs like makeup and shit was so good that that scared me. It was like, you know, I was 9 years old. Like I remember Lord of the Rings 3, my dad had to give me a warning about one part. He was like, there is a kind of violent, because he hadn't seen the movie yet, and he was like, there's a part in the books that happens. He was like, that you might, you know, want to be warned about. And he asked me, do you want a warning? And I was like, yes. And he told me about the whole, if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, this might make you want to watch it if you think it might be kind of soft. In the third movie, this is in the books too, they're like marching up to the city basically, like Sauron's army, and they say, they're talking about the fear of the city, and he's like, let us ease their pain, release the prisoners. And when he says release the prisoners, they start catapulting the heads of the prisoners that are already chopped off into the city. So the soldiers that are sitting there like already scared of the oncoming war, all of a sudden it starts raining heads of like their friends essentially like on them. And it's like, holy shit. I remember my dad gave me a warning because before we saw it, I didn't see it with him, actually. I saw it with somebody else first. That was the first movie I ever saw in theaters twice, because I asked my dad. I was like, can we see it again? Because I wanted to see it with my dad. Fucking holy shit. But how old was I? 1, 2, 3. I was 11, and I saw that in theaters. That's what I mean. I was like, I was pretty young. This is when my dad was like, do you want a warning? Like, something violent does happen in the books. I don't know if it's a movie, but I know the orcs are kind of scary, and then you were kind of scared by them. They were like, but, like, and I was like, yes, I want a warning. I'm glad I had a warning, because that might have been... But yeah, that's the last one. That's what, when you try to tell people about Lord of the Rings, I'm like, that goes all the way there. Those Lord of the Rings movies are so good. Holy shit. That is some serious warfare. Like, psychological on top of just, like, actual warfare. That's like, holy shit. That's one of the darkest things I've seen. And they actually show it. It's PG-13. I'm like, that's as close to rated R as you can get. I feel like, just from that one part. It's nuts. Those movies are so good. Oh yeah, here's my movies about. I've seen probably like half of these movies though. But here's the thing is like, I know people are like, just get a bunch of streaming services. I'm like, there's too many, and then like I don't have time to watch a movie, and by the time I get time to watch a movie, it's not on the streaming service anymore. So I look on YouTube once every like 2 weeks, and I buy movies that are like $5 or less. And that's the playlist. We gotta find someone to rate. Ooh, Kelly. Did I just rate Kelly yesterday though? Ooh, Noob. Let's rate Noob. I think I just rated Kelly like yesterday or the day before. No goat. I appreciate it though. But everyone, have an amazing night. Like I said, I'm sorry, you know, if I have this thing on the stream, it's gonna be a little bit short. Pistons are playing at 7 actually. But they always start a little bit late, so I haven't missed it yet. It's not like football. Football games start like, if football game starts at 1, it starts, and a little night games are a little bit different, I suppose. Like if it's Monday Night Football, they're usually a little bit late. Or if it's like the 4:20 something games, because a lot of times they'll wait for like the earlier games to end and then start, and you're like, okay, fine. But if you got early games at like 1, on football, it's like 1, you know? Basketball isn't like that. Basketball, it goes longer the season goes on. It's like usually early in the season is like 7 minutes. Like it'll probably be starting like right around nowish, but then like by the end of the season it's like 12 minutes. 7:12 is like when it'll be starting. Watch. This would be hilarious if you're like, just kidding. It's at 7, right? Yeah, it's at 7. I was like, I don't have the time wrong, do I? And it's 7:30. I was like, no, it's at 7. Let's go. And the game has not started yet. Exactly what I was saying, because it would tell us the score right now. But everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. It was such a privilege to have friends to hang out with and talk to. And play with, like I said, we're doing open lobbies. We're doing open lobbies tomorrow again, too. If anybody wants to play killer in open lobbies, I'm totally down for that as well. Just let me know you want to play killer, and then I'll be like, all right, we'll do killer next game. Because a lot of times we're doing open lobbies in Survivor, multiple people get to play multiple times. So I'll be like, all right, I'll just do a killer game. So if you want to play killer, just, like, say it, and I'll be like, yeah, sure. Because that's what we've been doing, like, throughout the week. If someone's like, I want to play killer, it's like, all right, we'll do a killer game. So yeah, get in here. Yeah, get in here tomorrow if you want. Quick gambit, and just be like, I want to do a killer game. I'll do a killer game. I don't give a shit. And everyone have an amazing night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, take care of everybody else, but also remember, take care of yourself. Don't leave yourself out, and have an amazing night.